Okay, so let's get started. To begin, I have a cross shape as if the paper were to be split in half from both sides. And this is to help guide us as we draw the image. If you are drawing on regular paper, then you can fold the paper. If you are drawing digitally, then you can simply use a line tool or just draw out these squares. And this will help keep us on track as we draw. To start, we are going to be drawing the head shape. Using the middle of the cross here that we have, we are going to sort of draw a curved line going downwards to start for one side of the head. And then from this corner, we are going to go down and kind of meet it at some point here in the middle. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. Now, what's important to know is, or like to keep in mind, is that you are able to erase as much as you want, no matter what, because even if you have a lot of experience drawing or you don't, the fact of the matter is that people make mistakes, and you're gonna have to go back and fix things, and that's just how it is. There's no need to worry about that, because you can see right here how lopsided it is. Even if I know what I'm drawing beforehand, it's still going to be a little rough around the edges. A lot of the purpose behind this is to primarily get used to drawing. There's nothing wrong with that, but then also it's to just learn sort of the key elements of the character, and in this case it is Mori. So now we have a general figure right here of the face. I'm going to zoom in to show you the next part, which is we're going to be starting with the middle bangs. We're trying to keep the shapes a little bit simple, and then we're going to complicate them more as we go on. But over here in this top left corner, we are going to draw a sort of pointy shape like this. And from this end up here, from this shape, they don't quite meet the same area, but from this lowest corner, we are going to go down, a line downwards, about the same side, same edge where this meets. And then we're going to do a line across. We're going to go up and meet around the same height as the other tallest point of the previously drawn line. And what we're going to do now, to complicate this a little bit, is going to draw a line here, a sort of short line, and then a taller line up here, kind of curve this way. And what I did is I lowered the opacity of the grid really quickly so it would be easier to see. So now that we have this shape right here, we are going to continue with this side over here where we started, and we're going to do from a little bit lower from where we started right here, this top line. We're gonna go down like this, a little pointed, just a little pointed, and then another smaller point, just a little line, and then we are going to go up. Now this is where we're gonna start erasing. So you can erase a little bit up here, as you need. Feel free to erase as you need. You're free to pause the video as well. Take your time. We have one more. So from where we ended about here, a little bit, there's a triangle shape right here. We're gonna start up, down, another similar shape that we drew, and then we're gonna go upwards, but not quite going past the guide of the head that we drew. But we can erase the parts that overlap and kind of give it that curve. We're going to move to the other side and do the same, except these little hair pieces will be a lot thicker. So from around almost where the corner of this head meets, we're gonna go downwards and then draw that sort of spiked area. One line here, one line, a short line up, short line across, a little at an angle, and then a tall line upwards to meet the one that's over here. And these are all should be around the same height or the same level, but don't worry if they're not. But the key is to try to at least. We're going to do the same, the last little extra one, but this one's a little thinner, just a little bit. Same, a little bit over where the head is. Go down, up, and across, and they'll meet. And then we can erase as we so need. All right. And at this point, we can probably get rid of this part. I'm going to leave it here just to have a little bit of a guide to show for the next part. Now we're going to draw the side hairs. So starting from this side, we are going to go downwards. Start from here, up this corner. Curve, a little curve right there. Go inwards from that curve, and then we're gonna erase as we need. And then kind of a little bit of space, just a little bit. Probably about like a pencil tip's distance, or maybe a little bit shorter. Draw another line, and then we're gonna have this line go upwards. Kind of go upwards like that. And then we're gonna take that same line and we're gonna take it downwards and curve it. And then from this corner, we're gonna have another curved line, like a hook, another shorter hook line, and then we're gonna have them, this corner right here, meet. They're gonna meet right there. Erase as needed. We're probably gonna fix quite a bit of it, but that's just part of the game. The whole point is to just get used to it. All right, another side, right from this corner where they meet, we're gonna do a hooked line, like that. And then we're gonna go down, and this curves inwards. So like this, both inwards, inwards. And then they have different tips. So then like this, like this. There you go. And then this line is special. Right here, we're gonna leave a little bit of gap, but we're gonna start upwards and curve it up like that. And now we can get rid of this part up here. But we're gonna go from this little gap where we have, we're gonna take that, do a curve, and then we're gonna go up from the tip of that curve back up. As you can see, it looks a little bit crooked maybe, if you could describe it that way, and we can fix that. There's no need to sweat it. So I'm going to erase and sort of just redraw that line. No problem in going back. No problem going back. A little bit better. All right, so now we have this sort of simple shape. We're gonna draw the top of the head. It's a little bit taller than these two tallest lines that we have here. We're gonna make the top of the head, top curve, and then we're gonna have it come down. Again, don't be afraid to erase. Down like that. You can edit other lines. They'll make it easier for you to work with. That's fine. This line looks square. Need to fix that. All right, and we'll just leave it at that for now because we have more complex pieces that will overlap, and we kind of want as much room as possible. But before we move on to the body, let's go to the face. Now, the eyes tend to be something difficult for people, and that's understandable. In this case, this pose is a little bit hard because it's facing straight forward, but we're going to try our very best, and there's nothing wrong with going back and trying again or taking breaks if you get too frustrated. So about the center, just a little bit of the center. You can see I don't really line up too well with this grid line, but that's fine. Again, it's just a general guide to help you understand where you are. If yours is a better grid, a more finer grid, then it'll probably help you a lot more than this sort of not neat one is with me. But for now, to start with the eye, we are going to draw a curve right around the middle between the bangs and then this curve part right here. We're gonna make that nice and thick. We're gonna make it go pointed outwards. Point like that. And then we're gonna draw, it's a little hard to see, but downwards, another point. Let me erase this part so you can see the shape. Another triangle downwards. Seeing this end of this triangle, we're gonna go down a little bit. I'll draw this so you can kind of see where I'm at. And we're gonna draw a sort of under eye. So we have an idea of where to place our eyeball. With that, we can, with this bottom line established, I'm gonna put this up here. This bottom line established, we can start with the top and draw the eye shape, the round eye shape, like that. In this case, Callie has a little line over here. Just something to kind of add like a bottom lash. We're going to draw the eyelid. Just a line that starts kind of from the end of the eye top. Almost to the middle, not quite near the end. And then she has a couple of eyelashes. We'll do 1 and 2, and then we'll do another one right here. I'll draw an eyebrow arcing upwards like that. And then for the inside of the eyes, we're gonna keep it a little bit simple. There's not gonna be any shading or anything like that in this video, but for now, we're gonna draw a black line, a black circle, and then a sort of line to curve to show the bottom of the eye. And then a circle up top to show one of the eye shines. And we're gonna erase a little bit part of the top eye, part of the iris. And then to draw sort of the impression of a shiny light. And now the hardest part is trying to do it on the other side. If you have a computer or you're using digitally like I am, you're able to just copy and paste it horizontally, or you're able to use a symmetry tool, but for the sake of this tutorial and also maybe just for practice, we are just going to try to do it by hand. So same thing, draw a line, kind of a curved line, a little bit under where the bangs are. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Practice makes perfect, or close to perfect at the very least. And then we are going to take the end and then go upwards for that cat eye shape and take it downwards again. And then fill it in. Feel free to erase, edit, what you may need. Whatever you may need to get that shape that you want. All right. From the corner again, we're doing the same trick. Corner again. Kind of show you where you're at. Try to line up as much as possible and then draw the under eye. That will be your guide. And then just go this side right here. And then we can draw the main eye. Nice. I forgot to do this while I was drawing, but make sure to add eyelashes to the other eye as well. Here is the reference on the fixed finished picture. And then we can draw the eyelid again from a little bit behind the tip of the eye top. Curved line, almost halfway, not quite to the middle, but a little bit halfway through. Middle eye, and then the highlight. And then this bottom part right here. And on the opposite side, we're gonna put that impression of the eye shine. So we're gonna erase a little bit, and then we're gonna draw a circle right there. And then we're gonna draw the little eyebrow. Nice. All right, now we can move on to the mouth. We're just gonna do a simple smile. Okay. You do whatever mouth you want if you find it easier to draw. The point is just to get used to it. All right, that's not bad. And there's a little bit of the tip. Okay, and now we can move on. To complete just the head, we're going to draw her crown. And this is gonna be a simplified version of it. So this part, we're gonna draw a line that goes from the top and then go down like that. And this will be a guide for her crown. We're gonna draw a diamond. We're gonna take that diamond and draw this sort of loopy shape. We're gonna go upwards like that and then hook it together. Meet this end over here. Do the same thing on the other side, loopy shape, up, go up, and then connect right there. And then we're gonna erase this part. For the simplified inside of it, we're going to do a closed triangle. Not triangle, diamond. A closed diamond. And then we're going to simply outline what we have here. And just kind of do like a little outline like that. Just to keep things simple. Okay. Now we have her face, her head. Now for the body, we're only going to do the bust. We're going to start with the neck. So around the end, the tip of the head, we're going to go one line, two line, just about even distances. You take this line, curve it down, and it'll meet some of the hair, which is fine. Now that we have this sort of neck area, I'm gonna draw two sort of hook shapes that meet somewhat in the center as much as possible. Again, if certain parts don't line up how you want them, feel free to change it. Go back and change it, that is fine. And then we're going to draw a line around under it that they meet. Go down one line here, and this splits off. So we're going to split it like this, curved. Again, don't worry about overlapping things. And then we're going to go back to this line over here. This line is, we're going to go downwards, and we're going to start to begin to draw her chest just a little bit. So take it downwards. Still a lot of chest, and then curve it to get that shape. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. You can draw over your line if it makes it easier for you to tell where you are. And then we're going to curve it as best as possible to match it. If it's hard to match, it's fine. Just do your best. All right, and we're gonna erase any parts that you might have overlapped. We can go back and fix it later. All right, and then there are a couple pieces. First, we're gonna close her shirt. It sort of curves inwards, so we're gonna have it curve inwards as best as possible, like that, as much as possible. And this part has a couple parts to it, but for now, she has a sort of not tank top, but like a part that connects the top of the top to the rest of it. You probably won't be able to see it in this corner, but that's fine. Just pretend that it's there. The illusion is there, or you can draw a line to kind of put it there. Now, she has chest line, curves inwards. It's a little mark like that, and there's a smaller mark, sort of a Y shape, a very curved Y. This part right here that is empty for now is kind of decorative, but we're going to simplify it. We're going to draw a sort of a bell shape, upside down U, and then it's going to have 3 corners, 3 little kind of points. And in there, we are going to outline it again, like that. Do your best as much as possible. If it's really tiny, don't worry about it. And then it has a couple of parts that go upwards. So 1, 2. Sort of a W or a 3 shape going upwards. 1, 2. This whole piece has a part, it's another like a long U directly under it. It's a little hard to do, but there you go. And then this also does another curve, so it'll meet the hairs, which is fine. Another curve, and then this will also have its own little outline, so just kind of follow along where you drew. All right, and then back to her chest area, there is another outline, sort of a rim to this. I'm gonna draw that to the top, and then she has buttons. So we're gonna draw 1 button, 2, 1 button here, 1 button here, 1 button here, and 1 button here. It's 4 buttons. All right, now for her sort of cape. From the corner of the head, of the bottom side of the head at least, we're gonna draw 2 lines on each side. Line on each side that extends outwards at an angle and kind of ends a little bit before the point of her chest, like the roundest part of her chest. So you can see right here, just a little bit before this part. We're gonna take it in with the curve, take it in with the curve. Erase as necessary. All right, and then we are going to draw the teeth, the fangs that are on her coat. First, we're gonna start on one side and then go to the other. So it's 2 lines, meet, upside down V, slightly curved V, and then a circle or a curve to connect them. And again, erase as needed. Do the same, choose a smaller one, same shape. And she has a bigger one, slightly bigger, not as big. And because these are going back further, these are gonna get smaller as we go. And there's another small one right here. And there's one that's covered by her hair, so we don't have to worry about that. Other side. Okay, this one curves outwards, but it's still the same shape. Curve V. Curve. Erase. Another small one. Erase. Taller one. Erase as need be. And then there's a smaller one here in this corner. They're gonna get harder to see, but you don't have to worry about that if it covers it. Another one over here, just the corner, because we didn't need to put the whole thing. And there's a smaller one just here in this little gap that is visible. All right, now we're gonna draw her arms, the side of her arms. Starting with this side, there is a short line, goes downwards like this. And then we're gonna take it down, but not too far past the edge of her breast right here. We're gonna curve it down like this, almost so they meet, almost, not quite. And then we're gonna draw a little triangle that connects them. Up here with this kind of space in the middle, we're gonna draw the sort of thing, the thing that clips it, simplified like that. We're gonna go down to the other side, complete that sleeve. This one's a little bit different because a little bit more is shown, but same thing. We're gonna do corner, kind of this part right here, line downwards. We're gonna go down, but this line's shorter. Line downwards, curve it back in, and we're gonna connect it to about the middle of her breast. And then we're gonna do another line, this corner, and then another line down here to connect it. We're going to draw, in this case I left quite a bit of space down here, so I will continue a little bit where they meet right here in this corner where these parts meet. I'm gonna draw a line that goes down, curves a little bit inwards, and then we're gonna draw another one about the same area on the other side. You can fix it up as need be. And then we're gonna have it go outwards as much as possible. And then we're gonna draw part of her hand, or her arm rather, and then we're gonna go downwards from this corner right here, like that. And then from this corner up here, we're gonna go downwards. Same thing on the other side, just think of the shape. Line at a slight curve. And then we're gonna draw a little, there's a little bit visible of the arm. It's a little sliver in this corner. Now we're gonna draw part of her sort of accessories. So she has like cuffs over here. We're gonna draw one, because one of them is very visible in this case. We're gonna draw the other cuff. And this cuff is a little bit special and has pointed parts. So we're gonna do, looks like this. Sort of cat shaped. And then on her bottom area right here, she has these sharp things that point inwards. These sort of like teeth, not teeth, claws. These claws. And they kind of give the effect that they're wrapping around her. So we're gonna erase them the line and hook it around like that. And then we're gonna do the same on the other side. And we're gonna make the illusion there wraps. We're gonna erase and hook. We're gonna erase and then draw and then hook it around. Her breasts, when combined with the bottom, they go upwards like this. We're gonna draw more lines inwards like that. She actually has this part in the middle. Erase this to fix a little bit. She has part in the middle. kind of a Y shape. And it goes down like that. Like this. And then it kind of connects like that, like a Y, like that. Another line on each side that goes down like this. It's a little thick line. All right, final touches to really complete what we have left. The crown has a veil, so from the corner of the crown, we're gonna take a line downwards like this. It's not gonna meet anything yet, but just downwards, a little bit above the teeth basically. And then it goes above her head. So we're gonna do a sort of the same head shape, but it kind of curves a bit more straight like this, like that. And then we're gonna have these lines meet. This curve down, and these lines will meet. And then the rest of the veil, like that, out of sight. This gives the enveloping illusion. She has basically just the rest of it right here, part of the cape. So we can just draw a line to signify that's the cape. And she has more hair that's coming down, so we can finally finish the hair. Where the hair that we left off, it curves inward, long curve, complete it, we'll give it a friend, and then more lines downward. Do the same on the other side. Curve, curve, have it meet, add more lines to complicate it, and then another curve, whatever is visible. And now you've drawn Mori Calliope. If you want to try it again, or maybe look at a step without the video, I posted both a finished image and a step-by-step image in a link in the description. If you want to share your drawing or see maybe what others have shared, use the hashtag HTDHolo on Twitter or Instagram. I'll be taking a look as well to learn from your drawings. The goal is to make videos like this for just about all the Hololive members, so any feedback or suggestions are appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing your drawings.